This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the UCLA Bruins taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bruins offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
The Bruins want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. A strike downfield. Afterburner's coming. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
The Wolverines offense will go to work for the first time. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offense's day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
Really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab on the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Grbac or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Going for it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
It's a nice toss in the back of the end zone. Give your receiver a chance to make a play, and you could tell he knew exactly where he was, got those tippy toes right down, inbounds for the touchdown reception.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. A first down for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught in the backfield, it's Rodriguez.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On second down, looking again to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines. It stands on the result of the play. And the Bruins decide to punt it away. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. They go to the ground. There's a live football. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Bruins in the hurry-up.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in the kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends, because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Running back searching for a hole. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He makes a grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
He's looking to throw. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The give to the fullback. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And it's no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Hall. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A little screen to the running back. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
At the 30. 4th down coming up. That's the end of the first.
While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And the pass hits, picked off.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't...
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Bringing it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got his man downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Bruins racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got it.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They're going to throw it again. Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. The Bruins look to keep this drive humming.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting his position.
Trying play action. He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He's got it on the move. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bruins. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Wolverines will punt it away on fourth down. On the return, it's Rodriguez. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He'll pull it down. At the 40, there he goes. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He wants to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. power football with the run. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball in the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everywhere.
Looking for the end zone. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
After the missed connection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Bell.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
It's complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Really nice job there as the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. Timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Bruins will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Sends it downfield. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And that's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go.
Oh, look out! Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Powers through the defender. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving them some more space so we can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Rodriguez. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. UCLA will go back to work on offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got an open man. He's off to the races. Touchdown, UCLA! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Working that left side now. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. It's reverse. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, the offense dialing up the jet sweep, and I like that idea because this receiver, with his speed, you want to try to get him on the perimeter, put the ball in his hands and see what can happen.
On third down, going up top. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Comes out throwing on first down. He fires a bullet to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
With the catch, it's Hall. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on third down. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Touchdown, Michigan! They take the lead with the 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
UCLA, 21.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Makes his connection, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Bruins will hustle to the line. The pull and throw off the RPO. Ball's out. Oh, better look out. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? Touchdown, Wolverines. Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go to the offense like, bro, we don't need you right now. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Mississippi State is in serious trouble right now. I'm not sure some folks won't be asking for a refund on their NIL investment. A putrid performance in Starkville. They're trailing by 14 to Oklahoma. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. Got a wide open receiver. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet. McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers.
35, UCLA, 21.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Rodriguez. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. On second down, he'll let it fly. Got it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Bruins! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Lining up for the PAT. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bell. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Takes it on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. Off play action on first down. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They'll give it on the counter. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds a man on the right. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And the Bruins want to crank the tempo.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Now the play fake. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Feeling some heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Smashes it between the uprights.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. You kicked a field goal, you're now within 1 possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Unloads it downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
2nd down coming up. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds his man. It's all. Strikes the blow. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Shaw. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Bruins moving quickly to the line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He wants to throw it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. The field goal is no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
In other stores around the country,
linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The give as they work on that clock. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Can anyone catch him? Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Takes the handoff. It's Hall. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. The give to the tailback. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll give it to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
Roll it. Reload. Under.
They'll go to the ground. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offense.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much, they can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.